Hi everyone, this is Sumita. Today we are going to see about get command with match response. The topics that we will be covering under that is match with complete response present in the file, then match each direct value in the response, match each value inside an array in the response, then match with contains any, verify whether a field is present in the response or not, and verify whether a field is present in the response with a particular value. So you all have known that for get we will be receiving certain responses. So how to validate that response is what we will be seeing now. We will go to Eclipse. Okay, so this is what you have seen in the last class, like about how you have to give an URL, how you should give a given when then statement. So I'm not going to elaborate on this now. We'll just see how it executes. So this one is to provide details of when you hit this URL, what will be the response that is some employee related response we will be receiving. So this is what we saw the other day. Okay, so here if you see, this is the entire response that we have received, status, success, and in the ARC also we saw that when we hit this, this is the response that we are receiving, right? Okay, the same thing has come here in a single line. Now if you want to validate the entire response of this JSON, then you create a JSON file and then we have to compare with it. Now in order to create a JSON file, here we right click, we give new, and we'll create a new file. So there's no particular type for JSON file, so just a file will do. Now we'll give something like employee output.json, and if you see, a file will get created. So in this you can put this entire data. Now all the data is in single line, so we will not be able to exactly see how the data looks. So in order to convert that into a typical JSON format, there are a lot of JSON converters available, but still here in this advanced REST client itself we can do that. So you use the post, and here in body you tell the type is application JSON. Automatically formatting of JSON will appear. Now if you click on format, you will get the entire data in a formatted fashion, right? So now copy this, and here we'll delete this and we will paste this data completely. So now you can see that the data is in formatted manner. Now this is in a readable form, it will be easy for us to also understand. Okay, now the next thing what we have to do is provide the file detail and in the feature file and compare with it. So first thing to provide a file detail is here after URL you define the file name. So star def, and we will have the file name available in a output variable like emp underscore output, in which we are currently going to read the file. So what is our file name? It's emp underscore output dot JSON. This is our complete file name, right? So you give this file name for this variable. Now employee emp output has this file name. Okay, then here after status equal to 200, what we are going to do is we are going to say match response. Response is nothing but whatever response you are getting as an output from the JSON, that will be available in the variable response. So we will match it with emp output, because emp output is the entire value that is available in the JSON which we currently have. right? So employee output is nothing but this JSON. Now we will run this and see whether it is checking all the values in your JSON. Now we are executing it, and it has successfully executed, and it says it is passed. Now if at all we don't want a particular value to be validated in this file, then what you should give is, in the same file, suppose you don't want the salary to be validated, okay, whatever salary comes, it's fine for you, or you are not sure what salary value will come. So in that case you can give hash ignore. This is a keyword to ignore a particular value, okay. So we can give hash ignore for it to ignore the value. Now again, when you run it, it will not matter whether the particular value is exactly coming as per the output. So it will ignore that particular field, and then it will execute it. Okay. Suppose you are not ignoring, then here the employee age field is there, right? Instead of 61 you have it as 65, and I will save it. Now if you see, when it is validating, it will throw an error for the value 65. The reason is that it will be different from what we are expecting in the JSON. So in the JSON 61 is coming, whereas you wanted to compare it with 65. Okay, so it has failed. Okay, and we have already seen, if you want to see the value, like how to check the report, you have to refresh this, then inside the target you will have the report available. So this is the HTML report that is generated. Here you can see the match employee output has, see here, actual is 61, expected is 65. So both are not equal, so it has failed. It is giving the reason exactly. Hence we will be getting this. So let us change it to 61. Okay. So if you want the entire output of the JSON to be validated exactly, put the entire JSON here and then compare. In case you are not sure which value to compare, or you can ignore something, then ignore it. That's all. Then we will see the next type of feature, validation. So for that, let us copy the scenario and let's create one more after this. Okay. Now we will see, for example, here you are getting, what is the output that you are getting? You are getting status and then data. Inside the data it's an array, and you are getting a lot of value. Okay, this is the one that we had taken. When you give get, and if it is get, you don't need any headers, so you will remove the header. Give send. Now it has given the output. This is what we are going to validate. So here if you see, there is something called status that we can check whether it is success or not, and we can also check the value inside the array. Now let us start by comparing the status. Here in all the other statements are fine. Here inside the response, the value what you want to check is status. So give response.status contains success. That's what we had the output, correct? So success. Now you save it, then we will just run this file, and you will see that it is executing fine because we are getting success. And as we have seen in the other example, suppose if it is anything other than success, it would have failed. Okay, so now it has got executed. Oh, now we have taken success, status value now. So then let us check if you want to check what is the employee name coming, which is inside an array. You can see it's an array, right? So inside data you have employee name. So how will you compare if you have the employee name? Okay. Oh, we will have the same match response. This time it has to be response.data, but this is an array, So you give within square bracket star. Okay, why we are giving star is that any value inside this array can be matched. So now we will give employee underscore name. I guess that's the field name here, right? Employee underscore name. And then we will say contains, and we give square bracket, and within square bracket we have to give the employee name. So what is that we are going to validate? Let us see. Let's take this Garrett Winters. Okay, and we'll paste it. So we are saying we want to compare the employee name with Garrett Winters. Now let us save it, and then we will run it. So if it is an array, you have to validate like this. Now we'll give run. So you can see that it is executed. Fine. So if at all you want the employee, what is the other one? Employee salary to be validated. So how we will do? Again, just select this in the same manner, right? So here, instead of employee name, we should give employee underscore salary, right? Okay. So here, in this place of name, let us put salary, and contains. Oh, let's take some salary which is available, which is 86,000, right? So let us take 86,000 this time, and inside the contains we have to give that value, which is 86,000. This will exactly check whether the value, one of the value inside the JSON for employee salary is 86,000 is what you want to validate. Now you give run as. So it got executed, right? So this is how you will be checking all the array values inside the JSON. Okay. Now if you want to see whether a particular field is present or not, okay, so now let us take for example employee SSN. Whether employee SSN is a field which is available in JSON or not is what I wanted to check. So for that, how I will give? Right now you can see that there is no field like employee SSN available, correct? But you wanted to check, or you wanted to be double sure that there is no SSN value available which is coming out as an output. Then you can give like, we'll have a new scenario. I'll copy paste this. Okay, here what we have to do first, we don't have the that response exactly, right? So you create the field by yourself. For example, emp SSN is what you are expecting, okay, and had it been in the response, then it would have been inside response.data, correct? So response.data.emp underscore SSN. So if employee SSN is there, it would have been inside this field. So assign that to emp SSN. Now we have to check when we match, right? Here we will delete all this, we don't need this. You have to check whether that employee SSN, whatever we had, is equal to null, right? So what we are actually saying is this value should be null, meaning in the response.data.emp SSN there is no such value, okay? So you have to compare like this. Now we will close it and we will run the JSON and we will see whether it is validating. So you might think, what if you give directly match dot response dot, I mean response dot data dot mpage directly is equal to null or not? It will not work. Okay, the reason is that you don't have such value at all. Okay, so we can see right here, instead of giving this, okay, instead of giving this, if you give match response dot data dot empss, and this is what the field is, right? We want to check whether that particular field directly is equal to null. Then you, if you give like this and you run it, see it has failed. Okay, the reason is that it doesn't know where the field is. Assertion failed. The path data dot empn actually null, expected null. Reason, actual JSON path does not exist. So you don't have that path at all, and hence it is unable to find it out. That's the reason it is not able to execute it. So you shouldn't do like that. You have to check it with like this. Now the another type that we will see is contains any. So contains any means we will have a scenario written by ourselves. So if you have a value, right, def data we will have, in which you have two values, okay, a as 5 and b as some string z, okay. Then we will say match data contains any. Out of this two, if any of this is available, then let us assign some value c as true, okay. Then c equal to true, set c as true, okay. And then if you want, we will print c. Now what happens is, you have a data, you have defined a data which is, for which a is 5 and b is a string z or a character z. Now match data contains any b as z. So out of a and 5 b z is available. So it will assign c as true, okay. Now we are asking c to be printed. We'll just see how it runs. So run as so it has executed, and somewhere the value for print would have been there inside. It's a big output. Sometimes there is a print here, right? This print has been done. So this is how we will be using contains any here. So these are the various ways in which you will be creating or validating the responses that we will receive here in the JSON. I think we have covered what everything we have done. Match with complete response present in file, and you have also checked whether the value you want to ignore, and match each direct value in the response inside an array contains any. Then we have seen whether a field is present in response, and whether a field is present in response and with a value, okay. Maybe we can have one more example to see whether a field is present and it is not null, okay. So we'll take something like this. So we have a field called employee salary available, and it is having some value, and that fee employee salary field is present. So if you want to validate whether the field employee salary itself is present or not, like how we checked whether employee SSN is not present, we can have a check to see whether a particular field we are expecting is present in the JSON or not, irrespective of what value it has, whether the field is available or not. So the field that we are going to take here is employee salary, or if you want we can take any other field that we have. Okay, employee age is a field. So if you want to know whether employee age is available here, then you give like this and you say not equal to null, which means this field is available in the JSON response. Fine. So this is one more example just to see whether a field is available inside a JSON or not. Earlier examples we saw what the value for the field, okay, that we compared. Now we are checking whether the field itself is available or not. So it has validated that. So as it is, we have tried close to 7 scenarios, and as you all know, here we just have to refresh to see the result updated in the HTML file. So these are the scenarios, and you can see that the time taken in millisecond is given. So these are the 7 scenarios that got executed. Okay, each of that you can see one after another. Okay, so we have covered everything here. In the next video we will look at some other features of Karate framework. Thank you. Bye.